get into AEW. Welcome to Brawl Till We Fall in Mateo. Alright, I don't have much to cover this week because there was no collision this week. However, there was AEW Dynamite, and then after Dynamite, there was AEW's Rampage. So, we're gonna jump right into it. It's not gonna be much. So I'm gonna just go from one show right into the next because they all combine with each other because of some things that happen at the end of AEW Dynamite. All right, so let's jump right in. First, it started off with a telecast from Tony Khan from Jacksonville regarding the running of tonight's episode remotely, and the Young Bucks disrupt the show. Let everybody know that they running things. And that's basically what they said, and that they have an ironclad contract that says that they are in charge of the show and they cannot be fired. So, something I already knew because they have partnership. That's why they call themselves the EVPs. All right, moving on. New AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana come to the ring, and Swerve was in the ring. And he was saying that he had 3 matches last week, which we talked about. You know, they never gave Swerve a chance to really celebrate him becoming champion. They just threw matches at him back to back to back. But that's the EVPs. That is the Jacksons, I should call them. the Caucasian Jacksons. But anyway, the Young Bucks. But nigga Matt Jackson interrupted him after he was saying some things about the EVPs and they throwing their weight around and all that. And Swerve says he don't know who his opponent is for Double or Nothing, but he like to see who it is and they come out and introduce themselves. And the Young Bucks pop up on the Tron and they tell him who his opponent is. None other than Christian Cage. Christian Cage comes out with his crew, and you know who his crew is. Kill Switch, Nick Wayne, Mama Wayne, they all come out. And you think, gonna get on the mic and do some back and forth shenanigans, but no! Christian Cage attacks Swerve. Now, they beat Swerve down, and they made him bleed, and they do all these things. This is where it gets exciting for me. You know why it gets exciting for me? Because these dudes, and including the EVPs, which I know what they're going to try to do, but to no avail, with them throwing their power around, they don't realize that Prince Nana and Swerve have a crew. They have a faction. Ain't nothing going on with their faction. They got Brian Cage. They got people in their faction that will kill Switch. So I'm waiting because I'm just gonna jump the gun. Swerve made a statement on Rampage that he's coming. He's coming back next week Dynamite, but he's not coming along. So I don't know. I feel some kind of way about that, Christian. You better watch yourself, because it ain't gonna be pretty for you, my brother. And I say brother lightly. All right. So, speaking of Christian Cage, his brother there, Adam Copeland is up next, and he does his Cope Open challenge, and out comes the House of Black, who introduces that he will face Buddy Matthews of House of Black, and he faced him, and he defeated him, and he still has his AEW TNT Championship. But after the match, when he was about to hit him with a concerto, the lights go out as usual. That's House of Black. And you would think, he paused, like he wasn't going to really hit him. He didn't want to. But Malachi Black said to go ahead and do it. This tells me that's some mental issues with Malachi. But to no avail. The lights go out again and they disappear. But something happened. the last time when Malachi Black spit that mist in his face, Adam Copeland has not been the same since. And it shows. And throughout the show, there were people asking him if he's okay. And he keeps saying, yeah, but he don't look okay. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking of contemplating joining the House of Black. That would be a great. That would be great. I look forward to that if that happened. Or he's just maybe thinking about hanging it up. I don't know. We'll find out in the next couple of weeks what Adam is thinking. Moving on, Samoa Joe defeated Isaiah Cassidy, Muscle Buster. That was an easy match. Orange Cassidy comes to the ring and he talks about the parking lot brawl between his brothers, the ones that they call best friends. Now, as you know, when I stated last week, Don Callis was looking at that match and it seemed like he was interested in Trent Beretta. But the confrontation happened in the ring where Orange Cassidy was talking and he was interrupted by Trent Beretta. And it looked like a fight was going to break out. Don Callis came out and whispered something in Cassidy's ear. Is Don after Cassidy or Trent? I don't know. But we'll see what happens there. The Elite is backstage looking for Kenny Omega. They didn't find him, but Jack Perry comes out and says a few things. I'm not going to get into all of that. He's talking about Tony made him a scapegoat. And, he just a bunch of shenanigans. And it's all regarding that footage that they released, which, again, lets me know that there was all some type of shenanigans with the Elite and CM Punk. I don't know if they're together on this or whatever. Whatever they're trying to do to discredit Tony, whatever the case may be, I don't know. But I really don't like the politics in it. But if it creates a great storyline, let's see what happens. Chris Jericho defeated Shibata in an FTW rules match. But he had an assist from, I guess, his new student of the Learning Tree, Big Bill. So Big Bill is now officially a member of the Learning Tree with Chris Jericho. Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander and Stokely, they were in the back. And they were talking about the challenge she got with Sky Blue on Rampage later on that night. And they get a text from the Young Bucks that says that Chris and Stokely Hathaway are banned from ringside. I'm starting to take this personal. I'm thinking that these dudes, the EVPs over here, has something against champions of color, I shall say. I don't know. They're pushing these buttons to make me think that they may have a slight prejudice in their blood. I don't know, because they go after Strickland, who's a black champion. Now they're going after Willow Nightingale, who's a black champion. Although Willow never really had any help from her crew at all. But the people that she beat always had help. You never banned any of them from ringside. I'm starting to see some things over here. Starting to get really interesting. But anyway, Claudio Castagnoli defeated Brian Cage, which was not an easy match, but Claudio made it look easy, which is interesting. He put him in a submission hold, made him tap out. All right. Rocky Romero was backstage talking about the issues with Trent Beretta and the whole family there. Serena Deeb defeated Mariah May with Toni Storm and Luther. But it was because Toni Storm threw the towel in. She didn't want to get Mariah hurt, which I don't blame her, but I don't know, maybe she don't have confidence in her girl. And we're gonna move on from there because it just talked about what I was talking about. Copeland was backstage, and Kyle O'Reilly was asking if he's okay. Again, He's saying yeah. Now let's get to the main event, the highlight of the evening. Kenny Omega makes his triumphant return. Um, he's dealing with diverticulitis. Diverticulitis is a very serious, serious thing. Um, and it can kill you. And his doctors told him not to get in the ring because it can affect, if he get any blows or serious blows to the stomach area, it could cause even more further damage that can actually kill him. And I'm pretty sure that the Young Bucks, the Elite, Okada, all of these people heard this. I'm sure they heard it. And I'm pretty sure Jack Perry heard it. But as he was about to talk about the Elite and call them all kinds of names, which I don't expect them to sit there and just take it. But Jack Perry came out and attacked him from behind. And then they all came out and attacked him. And beat this man mercilessly until he had to be carried out on the ambulance. But no, that wasn't it. FTW came out and helped him, got him to the back, about to put him in the ambulance, and they came out and attacked FTW and then turned him over on the stretcher onto the floor, causing more damage. They're trying to kill this man. The person that they call their brother, their Elite. Together, they were the Elite. This right here is getting serious. Real serious. Real fast. Now, what the results are going to be, I don't know. But like I said, and I say it again, it only takes one great storyline to take things to a whole nother level that get people to watch. And they got my attention. So I want to see how this is going to turn out. Because as far as Tony Khan goes, he got somebody that's coming in there to, I don't know, manage things. I don't know. A lot of speculation going on. I don't know. I would like to see certain people in there, but I'm not going to mention their names because I don't know the legal issues that's going on. But we're going to stay tuned to find out what's going to happen there. I don't know what can happen. Anybody could come in there because we know now it ain't going to be Kenny Omega. From what I heard, rumors also that our boy MJF is not going to be back anytime soon either. So, I don't know. But right now, let's get into this week's Rampage, AEW Rampage, which they went right into what was going on behind the backstage where Omega was on the stretcher and they dropped him to the floor. So they went into that. And then it kicked off with Kyle O'Reilly defeating Rocky Romero. And then Jay White defeated Dante Martin. And it ended with Swerve Strickland responding to his attack by Christian Cage. And that there would be a face-to-face next week. And that he's not coming along. The main event of the evening, which I talked about earlier, where I think they're having some type of issues with our people of color. Willow Nightingale, without anybody in her corner, by the way, defeated Sky Blue in a Manitoba Massacre match to close the show. So you try to stack the decks against my girl, thinking that you're stacking the decks, because like I said, Statlander and they never interfered in her matches in the first place. So what you thought you were doing didn't work. Willow still pulled it off. And guess what? Swerve is going to whip Christian's ass. You heard it here first. Why? Christian can't really. He got skills. He got some. He got the mindset, but he don't have that grind. that I've seen Swerve have. That look in his eye, that killer instinct. He relies on what you were trying to do for Willow, trying to take her surroundings. He relies on surroundings. He relies on his group of misfits that's around the ring from him. He relies on that. Swerve doesn't. Swerve has a crew, but you will never see them around the ring. Why? Because he could do it on his own. So now, Swerve still going to retain that belt. And then I want to see one of you guys come take it from him. Because in my eyes, he can beat all y'all ass. And I'm talking about the EVPs. He'll whip y'all ass. And y'all know this. But I hope whoever Tony Khan picks to come in there and cause disruption for y'all before y'all get too cocky and too out of control. Whoever it is, I hope he come in there and show y'all how things are going to be ran around here. And I hope it's somebody tough. Anyway, that's all I got for AEW Rampage and AEW Dynamite this week. And from what I'm understanding, Dynamite, Collision, Rampage will all be back next week as regular scheduled programming. And I'll see you then. Peace, hair grease, and all that good stuff. Love y'all. Good day.